So I'm Beth Cudney, as Vineet mentioned. I'm excited to be here. I'm a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt. I've been in the field for 30 years now, working in various industries, healthcare, automotive, service industries. Um, Lean Six Sigma is such a great area to be in. And so I'm
Yeah,
really excited that we're partnering together to bring Lean Six Sigma training to the St. Louis area. So this is going to be a wonderful partnership. What I want to do is talk a little bit about Lean and Six Sigma. Lean and Six Sigma are excellent tools for process improvement. Lean is a great foundational tool when it comes to identifying and eliminating waste within any of your processes in your organization. No matter what industry you're working in, what field you're working in, there is always waste within your processes. And so Lean is a great way to go through, map your processes, really understand your processes so you can identify where you have various forms of waste within your processes that are costing you time, money, and resources. And they
mm,
also add to your overall lead time. So you can't be as responsive when it comes to meeting your customers' needs and expectations. And then with Six Sigma, it's another great quality management tool. Six Sigma gets a lot more into the statistical analysis. We look at the variations within processes. And so it builds nicely on that foundation of lean as a way to look at your processes, then see where you have variation in your outputs because your customers want consistency in the products and services that you're providing, right? So lean combined with Six Sigma is a great way to reduce the waste, reduce the costs in your processes, and then reduce variation so that you can get your products to your customers faster and provide a repeatable, consistent product and service. So again, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, healthcare, services, automotive, financial. These are, the great methodologies to making sure that you can meet and exceed your customers' needs and expectations. And with partnering with IISE, the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers, this is the leading organization internationally for industrial and systems engineers, which is where you can, I'm sure, imagine that a lot of the work that's done in process improvement, quality improvement is done by industrial engineers. Now, you don't have to be an industrial engineer, but you have to be somebody that's really interested in making your processes better and making sure that you're meeting your needs and expectations from your customers. So, with the partnership with IISE, students have the opportunity to earn their green belt certification for this initial course and other courses that we're talking about with different belt levels. But the Lean Six Sigma green belt certification through the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers, which is a great way to have a credentialing from an internationally recognized professional organization. So that really is a nice way to add to your credentialing and your systems. And so I'm really excited to partner with St. Louis University, have this available for our students as well at Maryville University, so we can really bring these great tools to the St. Louis region and really beyond because our students are working everywhere. So it's a great way to again add that credentialing, improve the return on investment within your organization. So whether you're a student or a professional, this helps to make you more marketable and provide benefits to your organization.
absolutely. Thank you, Beth. That's great. That's good information. And now with the advent of AI, I know you have written a book on that as well. Just very recently published it. If you don't mind, just give us a high level overview on how we can leverage AI and what you will be talking about it in this course.
Great question. I'm glad you asked. With Lean and Six Sigma, both are amazing process improvement methodologies. However, we're somewhat limited oftentimes by our own experience. So I like to use myself as an example. The first 10 years of my career were in the automotive industry. And so I knew the automotive industry really well. When I was problem solving, even when I was benchmarking and trying to find out the best ways to make process improvements, I was limited to my experience, and most of my colleagues had spent their careers in automotive as well. And so oftentimes we're limited by what we know and what we really don't know. Um, and so using AI, it's a great way to help us automate some of the tasks, that are more those monotonous things when we're talking about continuous improvement. But I also like to think about it as that additional team member. So when it comes to analyzing our value stream maps, looking at ways to improve the speed of our changeover processes, look at ways that we can meet our takt time within our processes. Using AI is a great way to help us. It won't replace us, but it will help us come up with other ideas that we may not have thought about, right? So whether it's the automotive industry, I may not know about best practices in the airline industry or the healthcare industry. And so again, it just opens our eyes and gives us suggestions on how we can make sure that we're really pushing the boundaries, coming up with really creative and innovative ideas to drive process improvements. So thinking about it as that additional, that fifth team member to help us really, look at those other advances that we could be making. So we'll be talking about how we can take tools like our value stream maps, incorporate those into AI, whether it's, Chat GPT, Copilot, Gemini. There's so many opportunities out there. And use that as a way to really drive our transformations to, again, push the boundaries of things we may not have thought about. And it can also help us with, linking things better to our strategic plan, creating roadmaps on how we're going to accomplish going from our current state value stream map to our future state value stream map, and making a roadmap so that we can be successful and achieve that future state map, say in 12 months. Lots of opportunities to use AI as a great assistant in getting us to really think outside of the box.
Very good. Excellent. I think that's a great overview. I'm sure there is a lot more when it comes to the actual course. This is a pretty intense course. There'll be a lot that's going on, and I'm glad this is over the weekend. So working professionals can join this course as well as students. Um, so that's great. Well, thank you so much, Beth. Very nice talking to you, and we'll catch up with you again later.
Great. Thank you so much. I hope to see many of you in the class.
Thank, thank you, Beth.